everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Soaring Stories podcast. This is me again, Agatha Magsumbal, and um, for those listening from the Philippines, I know we have experienced a typhoon a few weeks ago. So I hope everyone is safe and I hope everyone is recovering. And if we have the means to donate and send prayers, please do. And yeah, so I hope everyone is safe in their homes and recovering and wherever you are. I hope you all are doing okay. So welcome to a new episode. It's kind of late, and I will probably upload this on the second week of August since I just came from the province a few weeks ago. That's why I didn't get the record, and again with the storm as well. So finally we have time, and I'm so excited for you guys to hear this episode because I got to talk to a very wonderful guest. Fun fact: I just met her a couple of months ago, so we're fresh, we're new friends, but we really clicked. Like we instantly clicked. She's friends with one of my childhood friends as well. So when he introduced me to her, we had that vibe, and I instantly invited her to be a guest for my podcast, and now here we are. So she's an absolutely wonderful business student who has so much wisdom and so much passion for the things that she does. And she has this wonderful dream of supporting kids to have the education that they deserve. So let's support her on that in whatever way. And I'm so excited for what the future has in store for her. So, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between, please welcome Dil.
Hello, Agatha. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Dil, for accepting my invitation. Actually, fun fact, guys, we're here at the place where we first met, sa Starbucks. And how did we meet? It was a funny interaction, you know? But I just told you, hey, do you wanna guest sa podcast?
First meeting namin, I was like, oh my gosh, Agatha. It was with Luis.
Yeah.
And then we were like, oh my god, I'm so excited to do a podcast. Next meeting namin, podcast na kami.
Yeah, kasi I got that vibe from you na super
Super
may
yapper.
wisdom. Yeah. And it's
Yapper.
really finally nice to have this conversation with you.
I'm excited to yap.
So yeah, let's start yapping.
Let's
So
go.
as usual, I have my cards. So you can pick one from the theme that you chose, and then we
Agatha's
will
version.
answer it together.
Agatha's version of tarot cards. Let's go.
No, it's not. It's a
Okay.
what do you call that? Parang icebreaker.
Okay, wait lang. Pipili ako. Expose, ano muna, dreams? Sige. You gonna pick one also or?
No, just you.
Alright.
One lang from
Sige.
anything.
Where do you need to be thinking bigger? That's yung tanong.
Think parang outside of the box, ganon, or stepping
Where
out
do
of
you
your comfort
need to be
zone.
thinking bigger? Ano man tinatawag? Place?
Parang
Palitan
outside-
natin?
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, pass.
Balikan natin ito. Cut mo yun ah. Next question. Okay, the question we got is, when did you lose your ability to dream like a child? Fun fact, I actually don't dream. Like in literal dreams, like when you
okay,
sleep,
okay, okay.
I don't have that. So I think it's because when I had my accident back in 2011, like my memory and my sleep was really like affected. So that's why like if you notice, if you ask me about someone, I can give you like a detail, like okay, this is what they look like. But if you ask me like what's their name,
yeah, yeah.
I won't remember.
Yeah, I
Even
get
yung
that.
close friends ko minsan, I'm like, oh my god, yung pangalan. So yeah, when did you lose your ability to dream like a child? I think for me it was very young. Around, I'll say like 10, 11. Because it's also with the accident na parang, you know, when you really see the reality of life, after the accident, kasi it was very hard to recover. So parang 2 months ako na sa hospital, and then the doctors were saying things like, you know, you need to exercise every day of your life, you're gonna be on these meds for this much time. Diba as a kid, they don't think about things
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that. So ayun, I think that time, and then I saw like, Yun yung pinaka-first na naging problem namin. Because unlike the other kids, I had to like be homeschooled for one entire year.
Oh.
And then there was this parang I missed na graduation for like grade 6. Ayun, so parang yun yung first time my mom really real talked me. And she was like, the next few years of your life, it won't be like the rest of the kids. Like, hindi ka pwedeng parang mag-marathon lang, like mag-running marathon. You have to avoid certain things. And then ayun, parang that's when I really started thinking, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna need to work a little bit harder than everyone else. And then, ayun, I was exposed very early on to like business and then like, corporate life, corporate world. Like, if you grow up, if you want to be an employee, then fine. You go, you do like your normal stuff. But if you want to be like different, then you can't think with the old, ano naman diba dati kasi sinasabi nila, like, okay, you go to a good school, you get to a good uni, okay ka na.
Yeah.
Pero hindi kasi ganun. Like, even if you're a graduate from a really big university, nowadays, hindi siya like puro, okay, diploma, okay ka na.
Yeah.
You need the skills
It doesn't
and
stop there.
yeah. So, ayun, 10 years old, 11 years old, like, I was very exposed to that, so.
Pero what's the dream? What's your dream?
My dream, actually,
What's the pangarap? Yeah.
it's not very, if you look at me, I talk about business also, everyone thinks like she wants to be a millionaire, she wants to be a billionaire. Pero my dream talaga kasi is sa culture kasi namin, I have many cousins, not my family, distant cousins, na parang as soon as they're born, if you're a girl, it's like, ang pinaka-goal mo na lang sa buhay is magpakasal. Like, you get married.
Very traditional.
Very traditional. Tapos sa India,
So you're trying to break that?
I want to break that, yeah. Sa India kasi,
Nice.
if you're not from a well-off family, and clearly, mas ipaprioritize nila yung dowry mo kaysa sa, even if it's illegal now, that's like their thing. They're like, okay, as soon as she's like around 18, get her married. Parang it's like a burden for them. I want to break that. Kaya I'm working with like, I'm not saying I'm gonna working like in partnership with a foundation here. I don't wanna name it yet. But hopefully maging good. And then like, I wanna start kahit a school lang for little girls na, ganun.
That's
Tapos,
nice.
I'll
support that.
Yeah. Parang help them see na, you have potential outside of marriage. Like, you can't grow up telling a girl na, don't do this,
You're
you
not
have to
limited
find the
to
husband. Yung ganun.
You're not limited to what you're perceived to be.
Exactly. So, yun yung goal ko. Like, if ever, like, in my life, I help at least one little girl na, okay, she's gonna say, like, okay, I never thought I can do this, but I was able to reach my potential and become something. That's like a big thing to me.
That's beautiful. That's a beautiful dream. I hope it comes true. I will
hope
support
also.
that. Alright, so ang ganda nung question. I really love your answer on the foundation thing for little girls, and I really want to support that. So hopefully after a few years I will invest in that to help you. So yeah, let's manifest that. And then with that question, no, since we're talking about self-love and being a work in progress, how are you now? Like, what's your current what are you currently doing to invest in yourself, to love yourself? What are the typical activities that you do?
For me kasi, very recently ko lang to na-discover. Like, yung self-love, self-help, like, therapy especially. I've joined therapy. Done now, pero I think when I was in therapy, it was really big help because it helped me realize the parts of me that I didn't want to look at. Parang mistakes ko, parts I was wrong. And really, parang pag nasa therapy ka kasi, it's like someone who knows your story, won't judge you, telling you like 100% na, they're like, no judgment, this is where you're wrong. Kasi for me, since I grew up in a family where we don't really talk about like, personal stuff, my ego tended to get in the way of a lot, like friendships, kung ano man yan, ng connection. Kaya I think, ayun, tapos to really change myself, I had that one day na parang, I need to change myself. Kasi that's what my therapist said, na parang, there's some people who parang just explore na, okay, what's wrong with me? But they don't have that will to change. Parang iniisip nila like, okay, we know it, but no, I won't change it. So for that, I really had to give up a lot of things, a lot of habits. So parang before, pag may away, lagi akong may mindset na if I don't prove myself right, what have I done? You know, ganun. Pero now it's like I'm more on, even if I know tama ako, I want to look at their perspective. Like, paano, ba't nila naisip yun about me? And then, you know, just, even if hindi ko sila ma-persuade, I'm just happy to know na I know why they think that way. You know, I don't even have the energy anymore to argue or to be like, hindi, tama ako. At least sasabi ko yung side. And what's important to me is parang, I don't have to impress anyone anymore. I think
No more people pleasing.
yes, that was my biggest, like, to myself. Like, lahat nagsasabi sa akin na I didn't have boundaries, you know, I let people just say whatever they want to me. And then, you know what I mean? I was always like, dapat ako, like, may impress ko to, and ganun. And then, she really taught me, she was like, you know, like, there's billions of people on earth. You can't impress them all.
Yeah.
You know, even if you're doing everything right, someone will find a way to say na you're wrong. And then,
Yeah, tsaka you're not, we're not everyone's cup of tea.
exactly. So she was like, if ang gagawin mo is, if pag may magsabi sa'yo na, you're doing the right thing, and they say, this is wrong, and you change it, that's so much lost potential right there.
Yeah.
Like, you're changing for someone.
It's exhausting when you do it for other people.
Exactly. Kaya I think that's why, at least for 6 years of my life, I was like an overthinker, and then I would go to sleep, I would be like, I fought with this person, I have to make it good with this person. It was really exhausting. And then it was like a loop. You know, like you impress this person, nag-away kayo, impress ulit, sad ulit, ganun.
So it's a tiring cycle.
Yeah, and it's not easy to give it up. You know, it's really
Yeah.
easy to say na, stop na, like, stop people pleasing. You have to work on it like every day. Small
When
baby
was the time that you realized that you
Last
have to
year.
work on it?
Actually, the healing was really long. You know,
Yeah.
like a year at least, I was not talking to anyone anymore, and then parang I was inside lang, which is not good ha, pero gap year ko nga yun is. I was really like,
understandable.
on myself.
Yeah.
And then I read so many books. So like ang nightly routine ko talaga was like podcast and then like self-reflection and then sleep. Like no phone. Kasi,
Wow.
yeah. Kasi alam mo, iniisip ko dati, like even if yung mga TikToks ko are mostly podcasts or ganun, there will come a TikTok that will make you be like, oh my God, like this person's doing so well. Why am I not
yeah.
doing this well, you know? So I was like, it's social media, you know, we can't control it. We can't say na, okay, I blocked these keywords, so okay na ako. No, you really have to control yourself. And then yeah, I learned how to interact with people better. You know, like I really had to make myself strong enough na if you say something bad to me, it doesn't define me. You know, what I think of myself defines me. So parang, ayun, kasi nung ganun, nung like iniisip ko na, okay, this person says I'm bad. Wala ka na, girl. Like, you will be like that for the rest of your life. You will never look at yourself in the mirror and say I'm good. So, instead, ang ginawa ko one day, which this is from a podcast with Kendall Jenner. I love her. You know, she's like my girl. And then a lot of things, kasi she has anxiety rin, diba? Tapos sa podcast niya, may sinabi siya na every morning she wakes up, she puts like a baby picture of herself sa mirror. So I did that.
Oh, that's
And
cute.
then, every time na may iniisip ako sa morning na, I'm bad at this, I'm bad at that. Like, I just thought na, I'm not saying that to me, I'm saying that to that little girl in the mirror. And then, you wouldn't say that to a kid,
Good
right?
mindset.
Yeah. So I was like, you're saying that to the little you. And then I would be like, no, like, she's perfect, she's good, you know, she's got it. And then, it changed a lot. And then I was like, kaya now, anytime I do something, I always think na if I'm talking to someone even in an argumentative way, I'm like, in them, they're also a little child, you know? So, be mindful na lang of your words, be mindful of how you act. So, it's really like, that's all about perspective. Like, if you have one perspective in life, you won't get anywhere. You really have to look at everyone's point of view. And then now. So, that's it for me.
Nice. So I really like what you said earlier. Kasi like, while you were talking to me, it's ang dami. Oh, that's me din. Yung parang, it also took me a while to realize na, no, we're not everyone's cup of tea. And then, I realized din na, no matter what you do, people are gonna say stuff. You do good, people say things.
Yeah.
You do bad, people say things. But it's important to like remind yourself that when you make mistakes, it doesn't define you.
Yeah,
right? So
exactly.
that's one. Honestly, that's one difficult thing for us then as human beings to move on from. Na parang if you make a mistake, sometimes it's hard to let go of it.
Yeah.
You pressure yourself to
Yeah.
make up for it without realizing that you're human. You make mistakes, and then you're just doing your best. So
True.
so how do you deal with that kind of mindset, like the pressures of life? Yeah,
Pressures of life.
especially as a girl, no.
Yeah, for me, I think the person who pressures me the most is myself. So parang, I don't even have that many outside factors because everyone's more, I don't know about everyone, but at least for me, parang my family before was more on the pressure side. Pero now, recently, there's been like changes. So parang, they're like, it's fine. Like, go with your flow. Like, just understand yourself. Kasi, I pressure myself a lot. So parang gusto ko na, this is a very not good mindset. It's something I want to change. Pero for me, because if I'm sitting still in one place for more than a few hours, it's like time wasted for me. So parang if I'm not doing something productive, if I'm not doing something, like here, we're doing a podcast, may ginagawa ako. If nasa bahay ako right now, I would have gone to work. Even if day off ko today, I would have been like, uy, wala akong ginagawa. I need to finish some tasks.
So you feel, kasi I feel this sometimes in it. Parang if you don't do something, kahit one activity, you feel useless.
Yes, and I hate
get that.
feeling.
Yeah, I get
Parang,
that.
Life is so quick now.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like yesterday I was 19, today I'm 21, and it's like it's so hard to grasp that minsan. Tapos I think especially if you're like 21 to 25, it's more because you have some friends getting married,
Yeah.
you have friends who are like getting jobs, and when you see that. Social media.
Yeah,
You think
yung
about it.
influence
It's like, oh my
ng
gosh,
social media.
like I'm so behind, ganun. Everything else I've healed from, this aspect I have to get healed from kasi sobrang hirap. Tapos, even at my work, I'm the youngest. So parang, yung mga interns, meron akong interns na my age or older than me who parang get tasks from me. So it's very nakakaano na parang, alam mo yung sobrang hirap niya, girl. Like, it's really hard kasi right now I'm okay when uni starts again and then I have to like do the time management. It's gonna be hard. Pero when I do that, even if ang hirap niya, when I see like time is running, na parang when you start a task kasi 1 p.m., natapos ka like 5 p.m., hindi mo na-realize na gabi na.
Yeah.
I find peace in that. Na parang I did so much work, I didn't even realize it's night.
Kasi you're immersed in what
yes,
you're
I'm
doing.
immersed in it. So,
Yeah.
something that I realized really recently that my close friend told me is the reason why I do that now, which she's a psych student as well, so parang she's like working na. She's like, you're running away from your feelings when you do that. So she really made me see it, which is something I'm working on. Like, I like to, ayun nga, like when something happens, like last month, a lot happened. Like friendship-wise, connections-wise. So, as soon as I got to work, parang gusto ko na yung Monday to Friday, morning to night, nasa work lang ako. Like, I voluntarily stay overtime. Wala akong ginagawa. And everyone's like, what the heck, go home, have dinner, like, it's Friday or something. I'm like, no, I don't want to go home. Kasi the moment I get home, it all comes back to me. And like, you sit there and you have to face your feelings and be like, face it. This happened to you, or, this friend you're not talking to anymore. Especially pag bitter yung ending ng friendships or something na parang no explanation and it just ends, diba? That really hurts me. Kasi I'm a very why person. So if anything happens, I wanna know the reason behind it. And then since andun yung feeling na yun, hindi ko ma-get over. So I immersed myself in work, and then when I come home, tulog na ako agad. You'll find me sleeping at 9 p.m. and I sleep at like 2 a.m. before.
So parang would you say na it's an escape?
It is, yeah, definitely.
Somehow, yeah.
It's an escape. And pero hindi it's life. Whenever you're ready to face it, you will face it. And when it
You can't
hits you,
avoid it forever.
yeah, when it hits you, it will hit you. Sometimes like on a random Tuesday, you're on the beach or something, just like you're crying on the beach. It's really normal. That's me especially. Like I really feel that. Like especially during the healing part, na parang when I was really trying to understand myself and my goal really was to like be more mature na.
Yeah.
I wanted to really parang stop, I want to put myself in front, on top. I didn't want to be like, no, but this person's feelings are more important. No, I want to care about myself, During that time, ang hirap kasi there were days na parang ang saya ko.
Yeah.
And then on a random dinner date with my friends, in the middle of eating, I would cry. So that's really healing. It's not, like they say, it's not linear. It's like ups
it's
and
not
downs. ups and
perfect
downs.
din eh. It's not
Yeah, if you
smooth.
see na,
Tsaka there's no expiry.
and then that's okay. Let's say I've been healing for a year and a half, 2 years, even 4 years. You could say 4 or 5 years. We're always healing. Hindi siya yung parang we start healing at a certain time. We're always learning. We're always healing. And then even though right now I'm healed from a lot of things, there's a lot of things I'm not healed from. So I don't think you ever get to a point that you're fully healed ever.
Yeah.
So ayun, kaya yun talaga yung ano ko right now I'm working on is trying to really sit down and face my feelings. Na parang, you can cry about it. It's okay to be sad and eat ice cream.
Hug yourself and accept the
Yes.
fact na you have your quiet time.
I know. Pero for
where you
me,
can feel your feelings.
yun lang for me. Parang I don't think I'm in that place yet where I could fully just say na, okay, I've been hurt
okay.
also. And
It's okay.
ganun. So, ayun, that's my weakness. You can say that is my weakness.
And along with what you said with healing not being linear,
Yeah.
it also comes with our progress as human beings. Kasi I always say this, I think my friends know this naman and the people who know me, I always say this, it's one of the things that I believe in. As long as we're alive, we are nothing less than a work in progress.
Yeah.
So as long as we're alive, there will always be room for improvement. There will always be room to do better. And like, yeah, we will stumble, we will make mistakes, pero I hope it won't define us.
Yeah.
Kasi we're alive, we're breathing, we can
I
always work
know.
on it. And that's also connected with healing. As long as we're alive, we can continuously heal from it. Na there's no sense in saying na, akala ko ba okay ka na from that?
Yeah.
It's okay to not be okay from the things you thought you were healed from.
Yes, that needs to be in a book.
Yeah.
You just said.
Because like you, there are also some things that I'm not fully healed from, and that's
Yeah.
okay. And we don't really need to be fully, like quote unquote, fully healed from it. We can still grieve. We can still feel. So there will be the right time naman for us to absorb our feelings.
Yes.
Yeah. So we talked about yung being a work in progress in terms of healing, in terms of accepting your mistakes and just living life as someone who's with flaws.
Yeah.
And yet, yeah, you're a work in progress. You
Yeah.
can keep improving. And I really commend the fact that we're aware of it. I commend those people who are aware of not being limited to, again, what we're perceived to be or what mistakes we made. I admire those people who are aware na they're not perfect,
Yeah.
right? And then they're aware that despite not being perfect, we can always be better than
Yeah.
the previous version of
The
ourselves.
world doesn't stop when you make a mistake.
Yeah, and then I also commend the fact that the people who don't compare themselves with other people, but two versions of themselves. Parang it's you versus you.
Yeah, not you versus others.
So
Ayun, I think something that I really wanted to also talk about is, like you mentioned, I compare myself to myself. So that was really hard to learn, kasi yun nga, my past, I'm a people pleaser, like retired. Still, I have some parts in me where I find myself in situations and I'm doing things to impress the other person more. Like, even if it's at the expense of my own, like, feelings and all. And it's really hard, kasi there was an instance na I really thought I'm healed, and then I found myself in a situation where the same lesson was brought back to me. Like I'm a really religious person. So when I was like going through that whole, like, I need to be better and do better. It was like prayers also. So I was really like conversing with God about it. And then may isang araw, ang funny lang like how God works. Kasi the lesson that I needed to learn, He gave it to me in the exact same way. And it was like He was looking at me like, I'm gonna wait for you to choose. And like if you choose the same thing, you haven't healed. If you like know it's not good for you, it means you've healed. You know how God puts it in that way. And I remember I made the wrong decision. It took mere like let's say weeks or months lang before He made me realize na you're not healed yet fully. Like you have things you need to work on. And then parang there was a part na this is on the day you asked me to be on your podcast, by the way, that morning. I was praying and I was like really sad. And I was like, I told you, God works in really mysterious ways, girl. So I was in my room kasi, nasa room ko lang yung parang, sa religion namin, of course, we have different beliefs, right? So, the worship place is beside my room. So as soon as I get up, it's right there. And I remember that morning, something happened on that morning, which was like a lesson from God, And then at that point, my mind was like, why did this happen? Na parang, but I'm doing things the right way. Why am I still, how we say like rejection is just redirection.
Yeah.
I didn't have that mindset. I was like, this rejection is not good. Why? Like, I worked so hard, like ganun. And then, imagine mo, 10 a.m., ganun yung mindset ko. I was praying, like I was kneeling and I was crying to God. And then, nag-flashback ako. 2 weeks ago, to that incident, I was in the same place, kneeling and crying. But I was telling God na parang, if this is not for me, please remove it. And then, yes, and then I was saying, parang I was in that place of doubt. And I was like, but I really want it. But if it's not for me, please take it away. Or parang please, kasi I'm the type of person na if I go for something or if I want something, I will really work hard to get it. Be it like in kung ano man yan, school stuff, projects, kung ano man yan. Or even business stuff, And then yung day na yun, I was feeling very iffy because I was like, if it's really meant for you, it's supposed to make you feel good. Right? You're supposed to be like, yes, this is my path. This is like what God has written for me. Imagine mo, 2 weeks before, umiiyak ako dun. And I was like, show me a sign, show me a sign. 2 weeks later, saktong 2 weeks, binilang ko yan, girl. Saktong 2 weeks later, I was saying to him, why did you do this? And then, that was the first time in my life na within 5 minutes, my whole perspective changed on situation. I went from crying to thanking God. Nothing changed in the situation,
great, yeah.
Like I was crying, angry and sad.
Yeah.
Within seconds, I was thanking Him and I was grateful and I was like, oh my God, the answer was right in front of me. I was so blind. Yun yung sinasabi ko, like in situations, sometimes you just have to change your perspective.
Yeah.
And that's all it takes.
Tsaka I love how you accepted it.
I did. Kasi, girl, I begged for it.
Yeah.
Like, tapos nung nakuha ko, parang hindi ko siya ma-accept at first. But then I was like, He just showed me this is not the path for me, And then, ang funny, I'm a real believer in science. I don't believe in superstitions, but I believe in science a lot.
I'll
parang
give you a sign.
very superstitious ako in the sense na yung 2 biggest beliefs ko is yung evil eye. Na parang don't put too much out to the world because the moment you make it public, the moment, anything, like now that I work, right? My relatives know that I work, but no one knows where I work or how much I get paid or anything. I don't like that. Kasi for me,
We don't have to post everything.
I know we don't.
We can be low-key naman.
Yes. Tapos
There
before
are things naman we can keep private, but cherish. Ganun. Yeah, I get that.
Tapos before kasi hindi ako ganun eh. Parang gusto ko yung it's very sad na I wanted to share to know that other people are happy for me. It was hard to learn that that's not the case. People are not really happy for you. So, I don't know, in my mind, it just like transitioned into the evil eye aspect. But the goal is the same. Keep it private. Keep everything private. Your work, your friendships, kung ano man yan. The more private you keep it, the better. Kasi the moment people find out, if they don't want that for you, even unconsciously, they do things that, try to take that away from you. So, ayun. after I prayed, umiiyak na ako, di ba? Kinuha ko yung phone ko, tapos I got your message na parang, uy, magpo-podcast
Wow,
tayo. Sabi ko, sakto. may topic.
Wow! Wow! Galing naman nito.
Ang galing nun. And then, my friend, she sent me a TikTok. As in, nasa phone ako na like, I had tears pa running down my face. I was like, looking at my notifications. My friend sent me a TikTok. It was a funny one. Kasi, alam mo mga streak. Diba?
Yes.
Kung ano man basta masend mo yan. I scrolled up and it was like this, ang daming, alam mo yung mga nagpo-post sa TikTok ng mga quotes?
Yeah.
Meron isa screenshot from Reddit. So this person posted this quote na parang wait lang, ano yun? Parang my journey is not beautiful. Tapos may nag-reply sa kanya, but your survival is. And that really resonated with me because I was like,
I know. It's not about the destination.
yeah, it's the, tapos, sobrang nag-ano sa akin kasi ang lagi kong iniisip is, I made a mistake here, I made a mistake there, and then I didn't focus na if that situation was put in front of me again today, how differently I would react. Parang like how changed I am now. And then, maraming mga quotes doon. Actually, ang dami. Hindi ko na maalala yung iba. Tapos meron isa doon, any love you give is not wasted. So parang if you ever think na this friendship didn't work out, this connection didn't work out, ang sinasabi ko sa before is, ay, ano ba yan? Like, this person is like, sayang! Yung effort ko, like, because for me, when I'm really into a friendship or any connection, you will get 100% from me. Even if I have to stay up at night to help you with something, I will do it. So of course, for me, I was like, hala, sayang, all that time, all that shit. That was, when I saw that quote, I was like, oh nga no, kasi if you give, kunwari, 2%, tapos kunwari hindi mo nakuha pabalik from that person, God will find a way. It will come back to you tenfold.
Yeah,
in another way.
we plant our own seeds.
Yeah, we plant our own seeds. Yun, that was so good. Imagine may one day na yun. Ang daming nangyari. And then, morning pa lang yun na. This is like, I know. Ang galing nun. Pero that was the first time in my life na I really felt that God was conversing back with me. Like it was so quick. Agatha, it was so quick. I was just praying and then ang daming ganap. Tapos, yun yung time na wala akong ginagawa masyado in life. It was break, I wasn't really doing much. And then that night, 8 p.m., I get a call from the company and they're like, come tomorrow for an interview. And I went to bed so happy. Like that was the first time na I lost something, but I gained so much back. And then, now, I know. Tapos now, ang iniisip ko is, even though ang sad ko na nawala yun, that was actually something that was stopping me from reaching my full potential. So imbes na saying na ay nawala, now I just think na nawala siya kasi lahat ng lessons, and lahat ng lessons that I had to learn from it prepared me for what I was supposed to have now. So, ayun, kaya pag may nag-umiiyak sa akin na ay nawala to naman, sabi ko, hindi, okay lang yan, like better things are coming to you. Now you know.
That's actually very timely kasi I remembered a quote na may mga similar common quotes na this is one thing that Bel Mariano said kasi I attended her concert and I'm a Don Bell fan. So, she said na what's meant for you will find you. Pero if God doesn't answer your prayer, that means there's something better for you. So, that's a really good mindset kasi parang sometimes we always focus on what's not answered, and it's a natural response naman as humans. It's okay to feel disappointed and question it na I thought I'm doing okay, I thought I was serving you, why didn't you answer this, ganon. Pero we tend to forget the fact that maybe God didn't answer that prayer. It's because He has something better in store for you, or He's giving you a lesson. That's why He didn't answer that. And besides, God's not a genie na we only pray to Him if we want something. So we tend to lose track of that mindset. And I'm really glad that I got to be reminded of that again because of what you said and because of what Belle said during her concert. So it's very timely. And yeah, thank you for that.
Yeah. I think yung pinaka-best na sabihin is rejection is redirection. Like, just know that. Like, if it's not the path for you, you won't find happiness in it. No matter how hard you try. Pilitin mo pa yan, girl. Hindi talaga yun mag-work. Tapos, you know it's the path and like, friendship, relationship, kung ano man yan. Make sure there's an aspect of peace. You know, if you feel in peace, like, kunwari friendships, ang dami kong friendships na nawala. Kasi, I prioritize myself. If there were friendships where I was giving so much of myself, but then when it was my turn naman, there was always an excuse, you know, like, I can't do this kasi ganito, I can't do this. You get what I mean? It's very one-sided.
Yeah.
And then the friendship that I have now, I know if I call them at midnight, they would be there for me. So I have that peace in me na parang I will never think na this person, I'm iffy about this person. The moment I get that feeling, I'm like, okay, stay friends, but keep a distance na. Like, yung pinaka-close inner circle ko, you know, those are the people who really know everything. And I go to sleep, Agatha, I'm so happy. I started sleeping like 8 hours now. Before, sobrang cut yung sleep ko. Like 2 hours, I'd get up. 3 hours, I would get up. That's how you know, parang, for me kasi, you'll know the status of my life based on my sleep. So parang, if okay yung sleep ko, that's how you know I'm happy. Pero if hindi, that's how you know something's going wrong. Now that I've already said yung pinaka-peak experience ko with God and all the things, I think connected with science yun mostly. So, from that incident, what I really learned is the power of detachment. So, you know, all those things occurred, you know, I got back into the same cycle, same loop, because I was attached, I will say. Kasi, you know, when we're familiar with something, even though we know it's wrong, we're familiar with it. So we're like, let's go with it. You know, like at least may tayo na kilala natin. Yung ganun, may notion, diba? So, I think after that incident is when I really realized that the power of detachment is super strong. Kasi when you're detached, it's like, hindi naman siya sa, you know, my notion kasi when you're detached, it's like you own nothing na. That's so false. It's not that. It's that nothing owns you anymore. You know, like you don't let external stuff have power on you. Like you get to make your own decisions freely. You get to think freely, you know, and you get to feel freely. I think that's most important. So, yun, kaya that's for me, different siya for everyone ha. For me, my true happiness is like it lies there. When I can like just sit down and not have to worry about stuff, you know. So that's for me na parang, like I said, people pleaser mentality. So once you're detached kasi, you don't have that anymore. You're like, you know, what their issues are, it's a reflection of their own problems. It has nothing to do with you. You get what I mean? And that's what really made me realize na, okay, you know, if may problema sila, they will deal with that. It doesn't mean that I have to change something in myself, you know. I can't leave my beliefs, my principles in life just because I wanna like mold it into how another person wants me to mold it. So ayun lang. Kaya if I get hurt, if I have mean things said to me or anything, the detachment is so good. I'm just like, are they like really hurting me or are they just saying that kasi may pinagdadaanan sila? That's how I think. And when I think na maybe they have issues of their own and they're really just reflecting it on me or throwing it on me, then I realize na I don't even have to argue back.
Yeah.
You know, why am I gonna argue back? It just means
your
na,
battle.
Yeah, exactly. So I leave it. I don't let it bother me.
Yeah.
I go on with my life. Same track. Kasi at the end of the day, I have my own goals I need to reach. You know? And they have their own goals they need to reach. We're just interactions lang yan every day. So you either learn from it or you let it break you. You know, two choices lang. So that's it for me, girly.
Wow, I love the last part that you said. Learn from it or break from it.
Yeah.
Kasi sometimes people break from it, and
Yeah.
then sometimes people learn from it. So, how do you choose your battles?
For me, I really have a list of things na now, what matters to me. And that's a very short list. Hindi siya mahaba. It's a really
At least
short
it's
list.
prioritized.
Yeah, so parang if you're not in my circle, and my circle is like my family, my closest friends, and if you think your opinion matters, it does not. If I don't look up to you, your opinion is the same as like, you're walking on the road and a random stranger says something. How much value does that hold? Almost zero, right? Same thing. If you think like you're saying bad things about me, it's gonna affect me. To me, that's the same as a stranger saying bad things about me, and they don't know me.
Yeah.
So why should that affect me, right? So yun lang. Kaya yung mga things that I worry about now are things that I know I would have to carry with for a long time. Work, studies, diba? If I'm failing a subject, kunwari lang, by the way, my God, please don't. No. Not kanwan. Kunwari, I'm failing a subject. That I will worry about. If it's a relationship that I have with my siblings, that I will worry about. Pero ayun nga, if it's like something na I'm gonna see you for one day lang, let's say, some friendships don't last long, diba?
Yeah.
I won't worry about that. Because at the moment I get the hint na our mindsets are different, that's where I detach. I'm like, okay, this person is not on my path anymore. I can't drag them with me, and I can't let them drag me with them. So, best thing to do is leave it at that, take the lessons you learn, and just be happy with that. I don't carry grudges with me anymore. Like,
good.
you know what I mean? Parang wala na ako yung, kasi even if you say na, I hate this person, in a way you feel something for them, even if you hate them. Feeling pa rin yun eh. So, ang ginagawa ko now is like, if in the past you've done something to me, for me, it's like, you will work on that on your own. Your karma will get you. I really believe in that. And then like, parang, as if alam ko na I did everything right, if I know na I made no mistakes, I have no reason to worry. I have no reason to look back.
Yeah.
So for me, if it's taken away, rejection is redirection. I will just simply like move on from it. And then, from time to time, you will think, diba, na parang, yung connection na to, sana ganito to, diba?
Yeah.
And then, it's, every coin has like two sides. So it's not like if parang you did everything right, that person is supposed to do everything right. If it's not that way, there's something better. Kaya, ayun, that's my style of detachment. Na parang, if something is taken away from me, my mind is already made up in a way na it is not meant for me. I will not fight for it. I will not like create stories in my head for it. That's it. I leave it at that. I move on in life. And I know at one point I will have the answer na this is why it was taken away from you.
And then you open your doors for
Yes!
something better.
Exactly. Yun lang. Simple lang, girl.
Okay, so I'm actually going to do something new for the first time. Something different naman kasi since we're used to like my previous guests, we do the icebreaker during the introduction. So for you, Dil, we're gonna do it again as we end our episode. Pero yun, before that, once again, thank you so much for accepting my invitation. I'm very grateful for this conversation, even the off-record things that we talked about. It's it's heartwarming. I feel satisfied and like I learned so much from you. Kahit yung mga random things.
I learned so much. It's an honor na the podcast that I listened to and I was like, this is my favorite podcast. Now I'm on the podcast. This is amazing.
It's nice to have a new friend. So yeah, I wish you all the best in your dreams and I will support you.
Thank
and I hope you update me on it.
I hope you do so well. Actually, I know you're gonna do so well kasi you're one of the first people na I was like, we match so well, especially even just the podcast, the way you think, the way you deliver your thoughts and all. I'm like, this girl is gonna make it in life. Iyak ka na?
Same to you. I love your wisdom. Kaya I told you naman kanina, I did not regret this invitation na kasi I have that sense na parang, this person, come on, let's talk. You can yap, you're a yapper, come on, you yap in my podcast.
I'm gonna yap at your podcast. Wisdom yapping. That's what we did today. We yapped some wisdom.
Alright, so to cap it off, you pick another card.
We're gonna take a card from Life Lessons. So, let's see. Ay, ayoko na to. Wait lang. Describe a time when you believed giving up was the right thing to do, but regretted it in hindsight. So parang something I regret giving up on. Ganun. And parang you believe giving up was the right thing to do, but regretted it in hindsight.
You regret giving up.
Parang something that I regret giving up,
Yeah.
right? So I think okay, in terms of regret, for me, I don't like having regrets. It's very heavy to keep, so it's either a life lesson to me or something that I will catch up with at some other point in my life, but no regrets, definitely. But let's just say it in a way now, what's a decision that I made that I feel like parang I could have done things differently,
Yeah.
diba?
Like if you
I
could
think
go back in time.
this is something about myself. I wish na before I drew my boundaries earlier. Parang I didn't let people hurt me. Alam mo yun, parang I stood up for myself.
Yeah.
That's something I think I wish I could have changed. Kasi, diba, now that I think, like, 16, 17-year-old me, I didn't know much about the world. And parang, yun lang, like, I got hurt, but then, even though I think na those lessons were so valuable, they shaped me into who I am, minsan I still think na parang I really wish, like, I had, really defend myself and really said na no, like, I need to care for myself more. I can't keep giving to people who, like, just want to use me. You know what I mean? So, ayun lang. Pero at the end of the day, ayun nga, it's not a regret. It's just something
lesson.
that it's a lesson. Yeah, it's something that I still think molded the way I think. And yun nga, parang yung isang regret ko lang that time was I gave so much love. Pero yung naging what my mindset now is, even though I gave it, hindi siya waste. Kasi babalik din yun sa akin in one way. So, that's why yung mindset ko ngayon, imbes na sasabihin kong regret ko to, I just say like, nah, it's just something that, taught you. It's something that you will get paid for in one way or another. So, ayun, regrets are way too heavy to carry, I think. So, I don't like.
I love that mindset. You're not limited to the what ifs, to the sayangs. Parang you keep your doors open na it's gonna come back in a different way, in a different road, parang a car, tapos you're gonna take a different street, tapos it will come back. That's a nice mindset.
I know.
Actually, same tayo na answer.
Yay!
Yeah, kasi I have my own set of what ifs, and like in my past experiences na I used to blame myself na sana ganito ginawa mo, sana you did this, you said this, sana nagalit her, sana
Marami akong ganun. Sana pinagalitan ko, sana nagalit ako.
sana you fought back.
Ayun nga.
Why did you decide to stay quiet?
Yeah.
Pero with that mindset
Yun nga.
na it's okay na nangyari yun. Kasi nga, it didn't end there naman. So yeah, that's nice.
Love that. This is a great way to end an amazing podcast.
Pero is there anything else you want to promote? Like your own thing na people can look forward to?
I think right now, yung pinaka-mindset ko is if just do more than you think you could do. Like, if you think kunwari right now, before kasi, parang yung goals natin, hindi sila na-realize na we're at a point in our life na we're doing things we wish we had before.
Yeah.
So we lose that touch of like appreciation or being grateful. So I think yun lang, like live in the moment. Don't think na, oh my God, dapat next week ganito na ako, next month. Like, you're not gonna get this time back, So really live in it, appreciate it, and then the biggest thing that I have is parang yung regrets. Don't look back at something with bad like thoughts or anything. Have an open heart. If someone hurt you, it's okay. That's on them, like it's basta from your point, ang pinakaano ko lang is if you're gonna end a connection, kunwari, don't end it on a bad note. Like if they're saying hurtful things to you, let them. Just make sure na ikaw wala kang hurtful things na sabi. Kasi I'm telling you, months from now, years from now, that's the one thing that'll haunt you. Na
Yeah.
parang, ay, baka dapat ganun. Yun na yung regrets. Kaya, I'm very mindful of that. Tapos, if something's not happening your way, don't worry. Kasi God will find one way or another to show you na He has a better plan in store for you. So, yun lang. Be happy, enjoy, and live life.
That's so comforting. Thank you. That's such a peaceful way to ponder on. But is there anything else na parang for the listeners na what can they look forward to from you?
For me,
Can they follow you somewhere? Or like,
I'm very private about myself.
yeah, actually.
So,
yeah.
no.
So, parang what can they look forward to from
I
you?
think in the coming months, what I'm really working on is yun nga, partnering with the foundation and then really bringing out my own advocacy. So parang bringing it to life. And hopefully in the coming months, I could make that happen. And it's going to promote really education for young people. People who are underprivileged.
Yeah.
Young underprivileged children, especially among students. And yeah, hopefully when that happens, I could bring people together and they could like really do their small tiny part into
Yeah.
making someone's dream come true. So when that happens, definitely I will post it and all. So you
Yeah.
guys can wait for
So
that.
let's wish her all the best, guys, on that, and let's look forward to that. So
Thank you.
thank you so much, Dil.
Thanks.
All right, everybody. Once again, that was Dil. As she mentioned earlier, she's mostly a private person, so I'm not gonna put her socials on the description box. But I hope you guys get to ponder on what she said on our outro. And again, I know you're listening to this, Dil. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. It was an absolutely heartwarming conversation. I really appreciate all your wisdom, all our laughs, and again, what we talked about off record. It was so good to know you, and thank you as well for the trust that you have given me to help share your stories through this platform. And I really do wish you all the best. That dream is amazing, and in whatever way I can, I will support you on that, and I'm really excited for you as well. So once again, guys, thank you for listening. I hope you learned a thing or two from me and my guest for this month, and I will see you on the next one. Love you all. Bye.